Okay, here's a problem that we run into with a lot of C5 Corvettes when an aftermarket head unit is installed. You install everything. The MP3 player works great, the USB port works great, CD player works good, turn on AM or FM, and the reception is El Stinko. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate it to you. I'm going to allow you to see what I did, and you'll hear the difference. There's a lot of information on the web. Some of it has some conflicting information. But basically what it comes down to is there's a preamplifier or some type of antenna switch in the vehicle that requires 12 volts to operate. That 12 volts goes down the green wire that's in the factory harness. Now let me show you what we got here. I have my aftermarket head unit harness plugged into my factory harness, and I disconnected, already snipped off the green wire. Now this yellow wire is going to a 12 volt power supply that I have just to test before I wire it permanently. So there's my green wire, a little bit stripped back for me to clip onto. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the volume up on a strong local radio station.
Just call 602-730-HGTV to reserve your spot.
And you can hear how good and clear that is. Now that's a very strong local station. You barely need the antenna plugged in to make it operate. But now I'm going to tune down to a much weaker station. And as you can see, all we're hearing is static. So I'm going to take the yellow wire with my 12 volts. And obviously you can see there's quite a bit of difference. Now some people say that there's a pink wire that requires 5 volts to make the AM work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch bands. There's AM, and here's a moderately weak station. It always gets a lot of interference in my area.
There are guys that don't.
If I disconnect the wire, non-existent.
Believe in that person's ability.
When you think about it, he's gotten a lot of.
Hook it up, and we get our good interference with lots of interference, low fidelity AM. But either way, hook 12 volts to that green wire, and everything will operate. I suggest getting it from the remote line, normally the blue wire that would power amps or power antennas, and that should make everything work great.